Hi everybody, how are you doing? Are you having a great day today? I am having a rather good day today actually because I started my journey into crystal healing, which is really fun, and I'm already learning so much from them organically, but then to go and actually study them is been really fun so far, more than fun, fulfilling. Um, so the ones I have today are green aventurine, lazulite, and black tourmaline. And the reason that called these together was I followed my intuition. I just like looked at them and was like, which one wants to hang out with me today? Like basically, what message can I receive today to help me navigate this day better? And so it was these three that called. They say this one's kind of like a good luck stone and just carries a lighter, happier frequency for me. Just kind of like something that's in your corner. This one's a very grounding stone, black tourmaline. This one for me makes me feel like the toxicity that is lots of things around me is kind of absorbed, and this one just like takes it for the team here. And then this one, lazulite, I feel immense creative power from. Like I feel like an ability to tap into something that isn't on this 3D earth plane. And that's why I love carrying this one around so much. But anyway, so those are the three for today. And I wanted to record a video talking about what true abundance is, at least for what from where I'm at and where my definition of true abundance, and how the word abundance has changed so much and so radically in my life. Because I totally grew up thinking that abundance was an abundance of wealth. And now that I'm doing a lot of work on unlearning things from programs I don't want to be subscribed to anymore, I'm realizing that the reason I thought abundance meant automatically an abundance of wealth is because that is the paradigm that I was subscribed to, that a lot of us are subscribed to still, and a lot of our leaders are subscribed to this. And it's what Amanda Flaker calls the abundance matrix or the lack matrix. And and so what is true abundance? And to me, true abundance is an energy force, and it is something that you can tap into. It's something that you don't I think that it's something that all of us deserve, and I think definitely within all of our reaches. But that's where the hard work comes in to get to that level. And yeah, and if you're on this journey and you are looking for true abundance, you know that it's so hard to get out of the web of the lack matrix. And that's because right now the culture it's dangerous to navigate in this culture. Like even, Ellen is getting canceled, and I have no idea what is even going on with her. But the fact that she's getting canceled is crazy. The last thing I thought about Ellen was she was amazing and she loved to dance and had a great time, but she's canceled. And so this cancel culture to me is very dangerous, and it doesn't, regardless of the intention behind it, it doesn't get us any closer to true abundance on this earth and true heaven on earth feelings, regardless of what religion you are, or if you're no religion. It just it's a be on my team or lose basically mentality, and that is the way the oppressors got in the position to oppress currently. And I'm not going to name any type of oppressor because I don't want this to be about any specific thing going on right now, because that's where you get in the mix. So what I'm saying is, those who became the oppressors got there by oppressing people, right? So those that feel oppressed right now, the only way to truly bring about equality and true abundance and heaven on earth is to dissolve the war. And to dissolve the war, you have to get out of that trap, dude. Like, you got to get out of the trap of, if you're not with me, you're against me, because that's just not the case. It's just is not the case. It's a cycle of oppression, because and it's such a fine line to dance and to talk about what I'm talking about right now. And if you have feelings like this, you understand why it's such a fine line to walk. And that's because of this cancel culture, this toxic cancel culture. Regardless of people's actions, regardless of how bad their actions are, the cancel culture is never going to bring about the true abundance that many of us aspire to have. And I like to study a lot of artists and figure out, it seems like the lifestyle I'm most attracted to is most definitely that of an artist. And to me, the reason why is why their life is so attractive and why there's so much earthly abundance kind of flooding toward them is because they have, I'm not talking about anyone specific, but I'm talking about those that I've perceived to tap out of that lack matrix and realize that true abundance lies in being in tune and at one with this human experience, and being okay with being human, which involves lots of emotions that aren't cool. That's not a good word to use. That aren't fun to experience. When I first started learning more about kind of spirituality, I learned about dualism and its place in my life, being someone of Western thought, at least grown up that way. And duality is exactly that. It's that cycle of oppression, and it's that war that I'm talking about. It's, if it's not black, it's white. If it's not good, it's bad. If it's not up, it's down, you know? Instead of looking at this life for what it really is, which is, it just is. This life just is. And so you can choose to live your life any which way you want, and that is, you know, at the end of the day, a really cool thing. Just that concept that we have the ability to create the life that we want to create. I fantasize about that concept because it's like, okay, well then let's get to creating. And that's why I'm so attracted to some of these artists that come through with their creative endeavors that came from here. They did the work and it came from here, and they were able to transmute energy like an alchemist transmutes metals. They were able to transmute pain and suffering that we all have. We all have pain and suffering, whether we have acknowledged it yet or not. We all have trauma from our past, and trauma is it's relative. So there's no such thing as more trauma or less trauma. It's all relative trauma. And where was I going with that? Artists, they're able to take that trauma and transmute the energy, literally transmute the energy and convert it into something that we perceive to be beautiful, or their audience perceives to be beautiful. And in my opinion, they deserve all of the financial abundance, as well as health abundance, as well as abundance of love that they can get, because it's hard. That is the hardest thing. The most creative thing you can do is to consciously live this life. And I guess, like, why can I speak about it? Well, one, because I'm a person, and that's something that I had to really struggle with. Yeah, that I'm a person. No, it's not that. It's something I had to struggle with, is that me being a person, breathing, having a point of view, being able to check his perspective and being able to check his intention, that right there validates my opinion. And I have had to work through that a lot, and that's why I'm working a lot with my throat chakra and my crystals that are like blue in color and have that kind of frequency, because communicating is so hard because it's so layered. And to get your true message across is one thing, but to understand what your true message is, meaning the intention underlying the words that you use, is a whole nother step of communication. And unfortunately, where we're at with our cancel culture, we don't hear intentions too often, because we want to win, right? Because if we don't win, then there won't be another spot of abundance. It's the lack mentality. So instead of just kind of hearing everybody out, legitimately hearing them out and understanding where their intention is coming from, we hold on to weird shit. We hold on to weird things that affected, I shouldn't say weird. We hold on to words, and we hold on to stories that we've made up in our heads that have triggered ourselves because of our own personal past trauma and pain. So I guess, what's the point of this video? I find myself doing this often. I get on the video and it takes like a minute to get comfortable with the damn video, and then I get comfortable and then I go on a rant. But I guess the point of this is, dissolving the war and trying to figure out what true abundance is. And again, to me, it's an energy that we can tap into. We have the conscious choice, regardless of your life circumstance, regardless of your neighbor's life circumstance, or your influencer's life circumstance. We have the conscious choice to tap into the abundance matrix, the world of abundance, the whatever you want to call it. We have a chance to tap into that every single moment and every single decision we have. We have that choice. It's not always easy to choose that because we are systematically oppressed in so many ways. So many ways. That concept is so layered, I can't even get into it. So I mean, all I can do is share my journey, and with the intention behind it that, you know, it does its goal, which is to heal me, and a healed person can only transmit positive and healing qualities, because fire doesn't put out fire, you know? So my hope is that me sharing this story, it's obviously going to work on kind of chipping away at my own insecurities and stuff like that, and my own traumas. But you know, as we've seen with everything, with social media, you connect with somebody that you had no idea even existed, and that's beautiful. And that's because of these healing messages, or these messages that, you know, are meant for the viewer. So if you're watching this long, you're either my friend, or you are meant to hear this, or you're both, which is the best case scenario. But so anyway, yeah, that's my note on abundance. Abundance is so fun, that's for sure. We've all felt it. We've all had times of where we're just like, shit is good. Whether you're sober, you know, or not sober, you've had that time where you're just like, okay, things are feeling good, you know. And hear my intention there. I'm not talking about just like there's no problems in my life. There's like, no, it's not choosing to be happy in a hard time. It's choosing to be joyful in a time full of all types of different emotions. I gotta play that back. I don't even know if that made sense, but I hope it did. So anyway, that's my message on August 4th of 2020, the most crazy year that I have ever lived through, and probably you too if you're watching this. That's all. Okay, have an amazing day. And did you see that ladybug? I'm telling you. All right, bye.